All right, so glad you could join us on the Weather Network. It's time for Weather AM and your national forecast for Wednesday, October 16th. Start off with some video, and it's the salmon migration. It's the salmon run, Port Coquitlam, British Columbia, and the salmon swimming upstream. I was watching this very same thing in Ontario over the Thanksgiving weekend. It's amazing, that journey for survival, isn't it? And we go from the salmon run to the the flurries falling in Quebec. And yeah, temperatures have really cooled off, and in higher elevations, been getting into some snow. And we've had also some unsettled conditions in Ontario that has brought some scattered bits of hail as well, small hail. Temperatures have really dropped in the last couple of days. Some of the weather stories we're following ahead. Warmer days are ahead in Ontario and Quebec, into the Maritimes as well. I'll get to all that. BC, a rainy outlook for the south coast, particularly into the weekend, although you're dealing with rain today. And big and bright, the Hunter's moon. Yeah, because of the moon's elliptical orbit around the Earth, it is at its closest to the Earth. We call that the perigee. So it is going to appear bigger and brighter and more brilliant where you have clear skies. And because it's actually happening tomorrow morning, so you're going to get a full moon tonight and tomorrow. So a bit of a 2-for-1, as it were. So this evening, I think we'll have pretty good conditions in Regina and Winnipeg, through Ontario and Quebec, although it's going to be rather chilly. And we could get still some scattered lingering showers in parts of the Maritimes, courtesy of our low pressure system. But the snow we've been dealing with in parts of Labrador and Quebec, that's winding down. High pressure will settle those winds down by tomorrow in the Maritimes. Still a little blustery in Newfoundland until about Friday. And with the high pressure coming into the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence, well, those are those clear skies. And it's not just rural areas, but urban areas likely going to get sub-zero. Toronto, Hamilton, Ottawa, and even in towards Quebec. And Montreal's going to get very close to it. Laval, Drummondville, Granby, likely looking at frost for tonight. And as that cool air, we got our upper level low, and then we've painted in the surface storms too. That's going to be looking at high pressure. That's going to keep you very mild and sunny for the most part in Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, and Halifax. So we get cool morning tomorrow, but then look at that rebound. It could get back to 20 degrees in Toronto by Saturday, and perhaps Sunday into Ottawa, Montreal, and even Halifax. There's a chance of getting into 20 at the end of the weekend or next week. Speaking of 20-degree weather, 20 in Medicine Hat, 22 is the forecast in Regina, 19 in Brandon, so getting very, very close to that. Saskatoon, 18 degrees, very mild. The west coast, though, dealing with the rain showers, even some isolated thunderstorms, not out of the question. The freezing levels have come down, so anywhere between 1,100 and 1,400 meters, we're going to get into some snow. And then this is our next storm system here. So Friday, the north coast to Vancouver Island, heavy rain. And then likely Friday through Saturday and even into Sunday, the south coast is going to get it. And just take a look at the freezing levels. Big jump. They're really going to spike from Friday to Saturday. So that tells me that the source of the moisture is coming likely from the subtropics. So this is going to be an atmospheric river. That's that narrow band of rain heading right towards, looks like Vancouver Island and the south coast, as opposed to the north coast, which the last few storms have targeted. So be prepared for that. That'll likely change any snow in the hills back to rain. And of course, east of the Rockies, you'll be impacted. Calgary looks like very warm weather before the cool down next week.